Festival of the Arts, April 21st through the 26th at the Myriad Gardens Botanical Gardens. I am joined by the co-chairs of this year's event, Betsy Brunsteter and Louis Price. Guys, thanks for stopping by our studio. I appreciate it.
Dave, thanks for letting us have the opportunity to come over and talk to you about the festival. We've been working on this project for a couple of years. Every festival has about a 2-year runway, but the last couple of months have been pretty heavily involved in recruiting volunteers. It takes about 5,000 volunteers in Oklahoma City to put on the festival.
Well, Louis, that's interesting. Let's back up just a second. How early are co-chairs named to this event? You mentioned there's a 2-year lead up to it. Is it every year, or it's like, okay, you guys have 2016, you guys have 2017? Do they know in advance?
We were selected or asked to co-chair the event in the spring of 2013. Okay. So it's been 2 years, and this year they'll be selecting the co-chairs for the 2017 event.
Very nice. Betsy, what all have you guys been doing the past 2 months leading up to this?
Well, as Louis mentioned, we're still recruiting volunteers, and we've got great volunteers. We could not do the festival without them. We have about 45 different committees. We have co-chairs for each one of the committees, and then we have day chairs for each one of the days for each one of those committees. And those day chairs then recruit their own volunteers. So it is just it's a lot of people involved, and it really makes it fun to get out there and be involved with it. You feel like you own it. So it's, and speaking from someone else that has done a lot of volunteering over the years, it's, you just enjoy little parts of it and you learn about it. So I encourage anyone that wants to volunteer to volunteer.
We mentioned it's April 21st through the 26th. But you guys mentioned you could have volunteers up to the 26th. Still looking for people to help out, right?
Oh, absolutely. You know, a shift would be maybe 3 or 4 hours on any given day. And if somebody's interested in volunteering, they can pick up the phone and call the Arts Council at 270-4848, or they can go on the website, artscouncilokc.com, and there's a way to volunteer there. So there's plenty of ways to get involved even at the last minute here.
You mentioned more than 40 committees. Tell me about some of these committees. What are some of the committees?
Well, we have committees that do everything from deliver ice to help stage the different stages. We have performances on 3 different stages, and the committees watch after those stages, make sure that the performers are taken care of. And then we have the culinary arts tent, which is a demonstration of cooking. And it will be moving. It was next to the Stage Center, and now it will be moving up into the Myriad Gardens. It'll be a lot of fun.
And I know our food dude, Dave Cathy, I believe, is doing a salsa demonstration at some point during the Arts Festival, so that'll be a lot of fun. Tell me more about some of the expectations of the culinary arts this year.
Well, as Betsy mentioned, we have the Culinary Arts Demonstration Tent, which is primarily local chefs coming to the festival to put on a demonstration. They usually cook something for about 45 minutes, talk about what they're doing, and then they have free samples for all the people who are in attendance.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. Beyond that, we have our International Food Court, which most people who come to the festival are familiar with. We have 21 food vendors. Each vendor pairs with a local nonprofit arts agency, so that some of the proceeds from the sale of the food benefits not only the Arts Council but also another nonprofit. And we have, as I said, 21 vendors this year, everything from Indian tacos and Strawberries Newport to Kaiser's ice cream, and some of the traditional vendors that people are familiar with, as well as a couple of new ones.
You guys both work down here, right? In the downtown area?
Absolutely.
How cool is it to be able to go to that festival? Because you mentioned the food court. A lot of people who work downtown will go there for the strawberries or for the gyros or whatever, but it really is a community event, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a lawyer practicing downtown, and I've been downtown since the late 70s, and so it's always been a part of my routine to go to the Arts Festival, at least to have lunch several times during the week of the festival, going all the way back, as I say, to the late 1970s, even before the festival was held at its current location on Hudson. And so it's been a part of my life since then. It's wonderful to see what's going on in downtown now, and to see what a great opportunity the 30,000 people that work downtown have to participate and enjoy the Arts Festival. but it's also a way to bring people downtown who don't get an opportunity to come downtown every single day, to show them what's going on, all the excitement here, including your beautiful new offices at
And we
Opelka.
certainly love being in this neighborhood. But you're right, it is another reason for people to come downtown. And Betsy, you're in the architecture business, and that's a pretty cool, growing, emerging area, right?
Absolutely, and it's and I'm involved in some of the downtown planning, and so it's always really fun for me to see all the things that are going on, and it's, you know, we've had some street projects that have really beautified Oklahoma City and downtown Oklahoma City, and so we always have some nuances as to how to get down to the Arts Festival, but people always make it. It's always well received. It really is a huge quality of life product in Oklahoma City, and our largest and oldest street fair. So we really enjoy that.
That's a good way of saying it. How did you get involved with the Arts Festival?
I was recruited by Peter DeLisi, who is now the director of the Arts Council, and have enjoyed it. I started with some of the kids' activities and have enjoyed it ever since. And it's been, you know, a good 20 years. So.
Very nice. And Lewis, how did you get involved?
Oh, I think one night early on, a group of us from the law firm worked at the Strawberries Newport food tent one evening, and after building strawberry desserts all evening, I thought this is a pretty cool event. I'd like to get more involved in it. And year after year, find myself, you know, unable to avoid coming over and spending some time volunteering for the festival, and it just became a part of my annual life in Oklahoma City. Every time that, you know, I walk down Hudson and I look at the art, I think about how cool it is that great artists come to Oklahoma City every spring to display their work. We have 144 artists. We have over 200 musical groups, you know, performing on 3 stages. We have all the great food. So it's hard to pick anything out. A real fun part of the festival, I know Betsy enjoys this part, is actually building it, because as you'll notice next week, there'll be a little city over there, and that doesn't exist any other time of the year, between the food tents and the art tents and all through the myriad gardens. And we're building that city, you know, largely through volunteers, and that's a really fun way to meet people and enjoy coming together and really taking ownership in the Arts Festival.
I'm guessing the architect side of you likes that as well, right?
Oh, absolutely. We get to, they laugh at me because I love to put up tent sides, but it's a lot of fun. It's great to see our volunteers, because we have people we have committees that do this, a big committee production. But there are people that come out year after year, and no one has asked them to come, but they are welcome, and we always feed our volunteers. So it's a great effort. It's fun to see how, you know, working with people really makes you know them on a different level.
Very true.
So it's a lot of fun.
Well, you guys mentioned the thousands of volunteers that participate. This is a good way of making friends and a great way to network as well as immerse in the city, I guess.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, Lewis Price, Betsy Brunsteter, I think I got it right that time. Thank you very much for stopping by. One last question for you. Is it Festival of the Arts, or is it Arts Festival, or does it matter?
Well, I think formally it's Festival of the Arts. Every time I catch myself saying Arts Festival, I think that's not right.
I kid myself too. It's like, wait a minute, I may have said that wrong.
But I think that either way is fine, and we just want people to come down and enjoy the festival, have fun, support the Arts Council, and support the arts in Oklahoma City.
Fantastic. Great to meet you guys. Best of luck, and congratulations with all the work that you put in so far.